All right, would you just read for us what it says on the cover of this book, Jeff?
This is your life, Hanna Bloch Kohner.
Oh, no.
Yes. This is your life, Hanna Bloch Kohner. That is what it says.
My God.
This has been quite a switch. You thought it would be the life of your good friend Jeff Hunter here, didn't you? Yes, you thought it'd be the movie star Jeff Hunter. Is that right, Hannah?
Yes.
No, we'll have to do him sometime, but tonight it's you. Let's get her up, Jeff. Stand up with her.
No.
Thank you, Jeff Hunter, for helping us fool this lovely young lady. You betcha. We'll all be looking for you in Sailor of the King, Jeff.
Thank you, Rob.
So, we'll say so long to Jeff Hunter and come on up with me to our Hazel Bishop stage, will you, Mrs. Kohner? Come along here. And don't worry, we haven't kidnapped your husband at all. He'll appear, here we go, my dear, right in here. He'll appear at exactly the right moment. You see how that works out? Come on over here and take your place in our chair of honor, Hanna Bloch Kohner. You richly deserve this place. Come on over here by me. Lean on me for support if you need to.
I hope you have a spare handkerchief.
Well, I have a spare handkerchief, and shall I give it to you now?
Oh, that's my...
Well, as this is your life will prove, you richly deserve this. May I say, Mrs. Kohner, that looking at you, it's hard to believe that during 7 short years of a still short life, you lived a lifetime of fear, terror, and tragedy. You look like a young American girl just out of college, not at all like a survivor of Hitler's cruel purge of German Jews. These, as well as happier events in your life, we will relive with you in just a moment. But so intense is your story that our sponsor, Hazel Bishop, wants to devote full time to it without interruption. On that fateful day, the Nazis swarm into the Low Countries, putting a merciless end to your dreams. Your last hopes are finally destroyed in the bombing of the American Consulate General in Rotterdam, where the papers that once spelled distant freedom are consumed in flames. Alone, friendless, and hunted as a non-Aryan in Hitler's world, you're permitted no means of support. Shut out hopelessly from contact with the outside world, you meet and marry a young German refugee, Carl Benjamin. Through the Red Cross, you manage to get word to Walter, and it's the last word he has from you. For you, the refuge of marriage comes to an end on a cold winter night in 1943 when the Gestapo breaks into your room in Amsterdam. You and your husband are seized and shipped off to the concentration camp at Westerbork near the German border.
That's where I first met Hanna.
Oh, Eva!
We spent about 8 months in that camp, and though it was very tough, it didn't compare with the camps that followed.
You recognize that voice, Hannah. It belongs to a girl who was your friend and companion in 4 concentration camps. Now, fate was kind to her, too, for she lives here in Hollywood now. Eva Hertzberg, now Mrs. Warner Florsheim.
Oh, Eva, this is... Oh, you knew that all the time? Oh, my God. How they keep those things from me, I don't know.
Were you and Hannah moved from that first camp together, Eva?
Yes, together with a lot of others, we were packed into cattle cars and shipped off to Theresienstadt in Czechoslovakia.
You practically passed through your hometown on that trip,
Right.
didn't you, Hannah? You could see it from the grill work of
But
the...
it wasn't a
No.
nice homecoming.
How long were you in this camp, Eva?
Only a couple of weeks. Then we were sent off to the extermination camp at Auschwitz in Poland.
You and Eva were fortunate. Others were not so fortunate, including your father and mother and your husband, Carl Benjamin. They all lost their lives at Auschwitz. You learned that your brother Gottfried was here at Auschwitz, too, didn't you, Hannah?
Yes, well, that was fantastic.
Through the underground, you got a message to him, didn't you?
Oh, that was his birthday on the 15th of October. My name was called, and there stands a doctor. You know, you don't have names there. There are thousands of people. They just don't know you by name. We didn't even have a number. We weren't even important enough for that. There stands a man, also a prisoner, and he wouldn't believe that it was me, that I was my brother's sister, because I looked really so impossible. So anyway, he said that my brother's alive, and he lives in the same camp, only pretty far away, and
he
because
sent
there
the
was no
birthday
way.
message.
That's right. And
But you didn't see him, did you?
no, there was no way of seeing him. Or...
Where is your brother now?
Well, he lives in Israel now.
Well, Hanna Bloch Kohner, this is your life, safe and happy in the country of your adoption. There's but one prayer in your heart today. Now, we know that you and Walter have been saving up your money in the hope that someday you, Hanna, will be able to make the trip to see your brother in Israel. Well, Hanna, Hazel Bishop has moved that far-off day into the present. The last time you were in touch with Gottfried was in a Nazi concentration camp nearly 10 years ago. Now, here he is from Israel, your brother, Dr. Gottfried Bloch.
This is my happiest day in all my life.
I know that, Doctor, and I'm sure it is for Hanna. It's a happy day for all of us.
Come on.